Welcome back to On Base Live in your Bleacher Report app. I am your host, Mookie Betts. And today we got OG, Mr. J. Hay himself, Jason Heyward. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm chilling.
Was it tough waking up this morning for this?
No, I don't think so.
Were you excited? Because, we talked about it a couple times, and it didn't go through earlier, and now that you're on here, were you excited about coming on?
I'm excited because I'm just curious about what Mook's about to ask me. What's going to be the topic of discussion?
The anticipation.
And then how in depth we're going to go. And I think I'll say that because when I saw us going to Boston, you going back first time, even earlier in the year, just hearing that you thought you were going to be there your whole career.
Yeah.
Just seeing the stuff that the internet picked up on from the podcast so far this year. I'm like, all right, I wonder what we're going to get into this episode.
Well, let's get into it then, my brother. But before we do, won a World Series in 2016 for the viewers that don't know. And OG got 5 gold gloves. You're going to have a chance to win another one this year, too. You balling out there, dog. It's been one of my favorite things in the world because I've gotten to play second base. All because of you, dog. You my guy.
I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to qualify for enough innings.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Really?
They're so hard to win.
Yeah.
As you know, you got plenty of them yourself.
But you don't think so?
I don't think I'm going to get enough innings.
Well, we're going to see.
But either way, playing second, playing right field behind you at second, knowing that you got gold.
Oh, yeah.
When the ball goes up, I'm I ain't even going to say nothing.
Yesterday there was a pop-up, and I looked at you, and you went the opposite way of the pop-up.
Opposite way.
I was like, okay, I guess he didn't want to catch it, but whatever. I'll go do it.
It was kind of deep.
Yeah, it was.
I was deep, but it was kind of going towards foul territory, and I saw you look at me. I was like, yep, this is one of them times. I ain't going to say nothing. Mook got it.
Yeah,
Mook got it.
Yeah. So, all right, so I play a game called On Base, Off Base. The rules are, if you like it, you're in. If you don't like it, you're out. Pretty simple.
So if I like it, I just say on base.
On base.
And if I don't like it,
off base.
Off base.
Got it. All right. So, first thing, Usher will be a top 5 Super Bowl halftime performance. Are you on base or off base on that?
I feel like for where we are, 2023, this generation, a lot of people going to know these songs.
Yeah.
They're going to know the vibe.
Yeah.
On base.
I think I'm on base with that too. At the gala, that was just a little mini show for him. Mm-hmm. And he had us out there shaking it. He had us out there acting a fool, boy. That's where the Freddie came from.
That's exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, we got a whole new extra base hit, celebration sign, all that from the Usher gala.
Songs.
For I don't even know how long he performed, but it felt like we were out there for 3 hours.
Yeah, I think he was probably out there for an hour maybe. And man, we shook it. So yeah, I think you're on base on that. I think Usher will for sure be a top 5 Super Bowl performance. All right, what about this? Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's relationship is a PR stunt.
Oof. Man, see, this is tough for me because I don't want to judge them.
Yeah, you don't want to judge. I don't want to judge them either. But it wasn't like an on base, off base to judge them. It was more just to kind of talk about it because I think it's neat.
I agree. I think it's neat. I will say this: I'm on base, but I'll give context to that.
Let's do it.
I think it's a PR stunt because that's just who they are. They've earned that in their lives. So regular relationship or not, whatever, they could be enjoying it, intimate, but I think it just turns into a PR stunt because of the accolades and the success they both have.
It's inevitable. Did you see her at the game? Did you watch some of the game?
I saw her sitting next to Travis's mom,
okay.
And then had some of her crew in there, and then I saw them walk out, and then I also saw that they went to a restaurant or whatever. They went to a post-game party, and she took pictures with fans, paid for the restaurant food, but said, everybody, y'all got to get out of here. I got your food, but you got to go so we can be normal. Ish.
Dang, I did not know none of that. So Taylor, that's cool. Good for you. Good for you, Taylor. Shout out to you for doing that.
Right, absolutely.
So I wonder how they met. I'm gonna ask Trav one day. How did that all come about? Because
I gotta let the record show. Mookie's gonna ask Trav because he knows Trav. Mookie got it like that. He acts like he don't have it like that, but I be like, Mook, Like, why are you asking me what we're doing today? You tell me what we're doing.
No. All right. We go find. Okay. All right. Next subject: on base, off base. I asked this before, and you should. I didn't get an answer. You should be able to answer this.
Uh-oh.
Magic City has the best wings in Atlanta.
I'm gonna be honest. I've only been one time.
God.
Yeah, I've only been one time, and I wasn't trying to get food.
Really?
But I'm also, when I eat wings, like, this is dramatic, and Freddie will tell you. But if I'm eating wings, especially in Atlanta, bro, I'm getting wings at home only, tank top or no shirt. Because I'm digging in, bro. Like,
oh, okay,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
You going like you?
I'm going in, and it's lemon pepper.
So you
mild sprinkle with lemon pepper.
Mild sprinkle with lemon pepper.
Messy, but I'm digging in. So I don't want to be out somewhere eating wings and like whatever, because I'm smelling like wings the rest of the time. Probably for like into the next day, because I'm grubbing.
Why you take your shirt off though? What you don't want to get it?
Because it's gonna be a mess. I just want to eat them and enjoy them and like not slow down. None of that. Like,
so you don't like you can't eat and not drop it on your shirt?
I can, but it's just like, bro, if I'm at
just
home,
in case.
comfortable, like kicking it.
You just got drawers on too? You got pants on?
I got pants on, shorts, basketball
okay, just
shorts,
no
whatever.
shirt.
There's no shirt. Like, bro, mess up a shirt for. Like, go ahead and just enjoy the wings. But back to the question, like, I can't say if they do. So
who has the best wings in Atlanta? Because all the Atlanta people evidently hadn't been to Magic City, so I don't even know where to go. I don't even know who got good wings.
I'm sure if you do a poll, there's plenty of people in Atlanta that will answer.
Okay.
And give you that. But I rock with American Deli every time I go home.
And
like, I don't get no pub from this. I don't have no kind of deal. It's not an endorsement. I just, when I go home, spot. American Deli.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm going to go.
To American Deli or Magic?
We might as well go get 10 from one and 10 from the other, and I can answer this myself.
I feel that. That's going to be the only way to find out.
Okay. All right. What about this? All right. Last one on this. Wrigley is the most electric stadium in the MLB. And I say that because J.P. Crawford came on the show, and he said to him Wrigley was his favorite park, and he referenced when you hit a walk-off grand slam. And he said that feeling of, when even though he was on the other team, like that feeling was the most electric thing that he had been a part of.
No, I got to give it to him, and I got to give it to Wrigley. Even before I signed with the Cubs, played there for 7 years. Like, that was my favorite ballpark to visit all time. Whether you got no BP because it's day games or you had night game, there was always that nostalgia. But I compared playing in Wrigley to something I haven't even seen in person yet. Hopefully I get to do that this offseason, but catching like a European soccer football game in person.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's just that vibe. It's like, bro, it's just people are locked into the game. You're allowed to drink, obviously, and taking alcohol at Wrigley. But it's like a day party, bro.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that's what the day games. And you play so many day games, so you don't really get to, go through the BP and doing all this stuff. So really, it's just you kind of wake up in the morning, you go play, and the feeling around you is like folks are here just kicking it, bro. But they're watching the game too, because Wrigley fans, Chicago fans are they own you,
bro. They know the game, they love the game. It's in their DNA. But it's just so many people. It's just a vibe, like the smallest detail. But ball one, during in the bat, fan, and like the first time I remember seeing that in my career was going to Boston when I was with Atlanta, because Boston was good at the time. They won in 13, the ring. But no, Wrigley just, when we were rolling, we had that 4 to 5 year stretch, bro. Everything was in. Like, you can reach base on the air, fan, like,
going crazy.
Like, good hustle.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But no,
I hadn't gotten an experience Wrigley like that. This is so.
That walk off, to JP's point, that was
dope. And you pimped it a little bit, and you'll never do that.
It was the end.
Yeah, it was it.
For that moment, job was done. That moment.
It was okay. All right, so let's keep it moving. So, this is your first year here, and you instantly, like, kind of took on a leadership role. There's really like a little group of us, but you're one of the main leaders or whatever you want to call yourself, and you won the Roy Campanella Award. But this being your first year here, you winning the Roy Campanella Award, you taking on this quote unquote leadership role amongst the group, like how has it been being a leader or whatever with the Dodgers and being a part of all that?
I think the biggest thing, like you said, like it's a group of us. Mm-hmm. So it's not something that's comes alone. Like it doesn't just happen like an instant thing. Like, Jay Hay came in here, OG came in and started talking, and we had a leader. Like it's fun to be a part of this group and the vibe that we have that does help lead this team. But then to come in like year one, first time with a group, it's been special.
It's been different, man.
But that's something you can say. And I think that's the biggest and most rewarding thing for me is like to hear from people that have been here, like that it's been different in a good way.
Yeah.
Not shaming or, talking down on like, what's been going on, but like it's cool to see good differences.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, like that's what I love about the Dodgers as a whole. Like, they do anything and everything for the guys, for the players. And so, I think adding on guys, we lost some guys and they got, and a part of that is just the business part of it, right? The Dodgers are going to do what's best for the business part of it. And then they brought in guys like you, man. And I think that's why, not even baseball wise, not even playing the game. I guess guys like you and Miggy, DP and our little crew, I think that's why we're good. And that's because we have our little group of leaders, man. It's dope. It's funny. It's funny because those guys are hilarious.
Bro. Hilarious.
The bus rides, all that stuff. Whatever. So, and then going through the season, you taking on this leadership role or whatever, and it really fits you because you've also been playing well, as well. And, for a little bit, you stopped getting a little playing time. Mm-hmm. And how was it going through that? Because you had signed a deal with Chicago for what was it, 190 or something like that?
184.2.
184.2,
I believe.
Okay, so you signed that deal, boom, 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 and then you get to a point where you may not. I ain't gonna say you're not the same player, but it's you go through a rough patch, and tell me about going through that rough patch.
I got you. No, I appreciate you asking that. I felt like when I came in the game, 20 years old, 2010, like, bro, you play.
Every day.
Every day. Don't ask any questions. And there were steps along the way where I had veterans, coaches, whoever help show me that that's also the way. Okay. And that you're not always going to feel 100%, no doubt. I mean, there's a whole type of meaning and feeling on that. But then getting to Chicago, it was like, all right, like y'all just saw me play in 2015 with St. Louis. Started off really slow with them. New scene, new vibe, whatever. Got acclimated and played it out and had a really good year. Did a lot of things to help my team win, run the bases, Gold Glove defense, all that. And so I'm seeing myself get to Chicago, and I'm like, okay, we got a really good team. There's high expectation once again. Started off slow, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep playing. And I'm going to figure this out. We're going to get through it. Little knick-knack, injury, this and that, whatever, forget it. Like, bro, let's go play, let's win. And that first year, 2016, was probably like one of the toughest years personally in my life, like on the field, off the field. But because we're playing baseball and I'm playing at Wrigley, got a great team around me, bro. Let's go win and enjoy that.
It was almost like a getaway for you. Probably, I would assume.
It felt like there was no getaway.
Oh, not even. At
that time, it felt like there was no getaway.
Okay, so that's rough. Tell me some more.
Rough, bro. It's just, living life. Like, that was the second new city in 3 years. Yep. Going from Atlanta home, St. Louis, then Chicago. Day game vibe, like that was different.
That's a whole different, like, we'll talk about that later. But that Deuce all day games is like completely different too.
Figuring that out, but also now doing it with some more expectation, but also just like more attention put on you. Like you signed the highest contract in franchise history, whatever.
The eyes are on you, especially in Chicago.
You know,
what do we just pay for? Let's see it.
Exactly, absolutely. But that's fine. Like I'm not about baseball. You're gonna fail. Right. I've been doing it my whole life. Like, how do you handle it? And I think that was the epitome of that first year. How do you handle it? And it was helping my team bring home a championship. But each year I felt like I progressed, got better, figured it out, figured out the system, the matchups. But the toughest thing was the two parts. They weren't really sure how they wanted to do it, matchup wise, and like for our whole team, it was tough because we had a bunch of first rounders on that group.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, like you bad for a long time, you got a bunch of first rounders to come up and do well, contribute. So we were all like, "Hold on, like, what you mean I ain't playing today? I just hit a walk off a lefty last night, like, but I ain't starting tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I'm making $24 million this year with Gold Glove defense.
That's not how you came up.
No. So I'm like, bro, everybody looking at me like this man ducking out on us. So, you know, I'm like, bro, I want to play, but I'm not playing today.
Right.
They're like, oh, okay, you hit a grand slam and you out, huh? You're just going to leave us. So those are thoughts that kind of get in the way of like what's important, focusing on swing, rhythm, flow, all that kind of stuff. Then it got to a point in 2019, I started off really well, had a nice April. We had just got back from Seattle, actually. I think I'm hitting 328, 330 at the time. And we're going to face St. Louis, 3 righties.
Okay.
Starting. First game, I think I started batted 8th in front of the pitcher.
Okay.
And then the next game, I don't start. Walker's on the mound. And I'm like, bro, what we got going here? Like, we trying to stay in first place? Like, I think we were out of first by 2 games or maybe in first by a couple, whatever it was. But I'm like, bro, this never adds up to me. Like, I get it if I'm not playing well. But if I'm playing well,
you should be playing,
get in there. But those were things that I just had to learn how to deal with on the fly in this new era of baseball.
Yeah, it is a new era of
so
baseball,
to speak. And I think that was a part of the tough times in Chicago, just way too many thoughts, not focused on what do I need every day to be the best version of myself. But learn how to do that. Like, you had to learn how to do that on the fly.
And you can't, there's no way to learn that only experience. And once you experience, it's too late. You can't go back and change it.
Right,
you know?
100%. And so that was, to me, like the difficult time there. But I ended up in that game, actually, someone got hurt coming off the bench. So I had to face Walker for 2
Oh, did you?
Almost hit a homer. One time, flew out deep left center, good swipe, and then I don't remember what happened the next at bat. Maybe I got out, maybe I walked, whatever.
Whatever, it didn't matter.
But either way, just things like that, I'm just like, bro, there's a lot of stuff not making sense here that I'm trying to wrap my head around, but I need to be focused on playing.
Yeah, but you let it affect you in the wrong way.
Absolutely.
That's cool, though. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of the. So let's go back before that, because I want to talk to you when you from Georgia and then you got drafted by Atlanta. And getting drafted by your hometown team, you know, like, how was that? Like, you know, I'm assuming all your homeboys, everybody was excited about it.
Absolutely.
Take me through that draft day.
Draft day was, I believe it when I see it. Like, that was my whole thought process. Okay. Everybody's like, oh, you gonna get drafted here, top 5, top 4, whatever. The Rockies gonna take you with the 8th pick. Oh, if they don't want you, the Marlins really want you at 12. Like, what you think? And then it's like, okay, well, Atlanta's at 14. You know, hopefully that works out. I'm like, yeah, that would be
cool. Dope. But you didn't care where you went, though.
I wanted to go as high as I could go.
Okay.
Just based on like the work put in, my family, mom and pop sacrifices, everyone, coaches, all that stuff, trainers. I'm like, bro, we're shooting for the top, and then we'll see where it falls. David Price goes 1 overall, rightfully so. Cold dude. But I ended up getting drafted by Atlanta, and that was the first year that the first round of the draft was on television.
Oh, okay.
But I stayed at home with the fam, whatever, people around me. Get down to the 14th pick. People are like, oh, this is it. I'm like, yeah, we'll see. And phone rings. It's the Braves calling. Everybody's, doing the whole listening in and stuff. And then they let me know, hey, we would love you to be an Atlanta Brave and this and that. we'd love to have you and your family come down to the stadium today if you can. I hang up the phone, and they're like, "Was that it? That was it?" I'm like, "That was it.
That was it."
And so that was really cool.
That was cool, man. I bet that was cool, especially going because I feel like growing up in Nashville, like, man, it'd be so cool to stay and play in Nashville. But then now that I'm playing, I don't know that I would enjoy playing at home. I feel like home would be a lot worse. But whatever it is what it is. And you hooped before. I mean, I ain't gonna say before you started playing baseball, but
I hooped hoop-ish. Like,
yeah, and you left-handed. You ain't have a jumper?
I could shoot. I could play. I would compare my game to James Harden. But I can't disrespect the craft because I know how hard it is to be good at something.
Yep.
I was playing with the dudes in PE. They were on the team and whatnot. Yeah. Every time the basketball coach from my high school came in the gym, he just looked at me.
Oh, he got mad at you.
He was like, "This man here, he needs to be on the team. He don't know what he's doing. Like, he got me out here looking like a fool for not playing this and that. He in here dunking, catching oops, shooting three, whatever." But I don't know how good I would have been if I played for real. I would have worked at it and competed. But like, I had a lot of fun in my high school heyday.
And do you still talk to like your homeboys from hooping?
Bro, no, I don't. I didn't hoop.
I thought you didn't play
physical ed.
You didn't play no high school, not even early or nothing.
Bro, I played baseball only.
So you just didn't want to play?
So it came down to basketball starts in the fall, right?
Yep.
Pretty much like practices, and then the real tournament for high school was like, all right, kicks off like Christmas holiday time.
Yep.
Perfect game when I was 14 years old. That was like the big time to get to the underclass showcase. Yeah. And my pops was like, all right, well, you can play basketball. That's cool. He played basketball. His uncle played basketball, UCLA for John Wooden.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But he was like, you can play basketball, but you ain't doing baseball too at the same time. Like, we ain't doing the showcase and this and that, and you hoop. Like, which one you gonna pick? I was like, we're going to the showcase.
Yeah, that's what
you
want to
go down here and get this exposure. And so that's how it just ended up being baseball only for me. Because showcases took over, and there was no off season, so to speak.
No, I mean, especially in Georgia, because Georgia's, guys are playing the whole year.
Had to at that time, and that was kind of like the kickoff of like starting to be more travel ball heavy.
Oh, okay.
But no, my friends and stuff like that from high school, never forget them. Always cherish them. For sure. But we went through everything.
So that's crazy, man. I thought for sure you would have hooped or did something else other than base because you're too athletic. You know what I'm saying? You're too athletic to just. But I mean, I guess it. And what's crazy is for me, like I did the opposite. I probably hooped more than I played baseball. So if I played baseball, I could have maybe went earlier. Maybe went earlier in the draft.
Mookie Betts? I don't know. what could you have done?
I don't know. I don't know.
Could have won a ring? MVP?
I don't know.
A couple? Maybe 3?
Oh, no. We going to see. We're going to try to put it. And then, okay, so playing ball, get drafted, all stuff. You go through the minor leagues, and you flew through because you debuted so early. Take me through your first at bat. So your first at bat, you are on deck. Tell me about from on deck to that at bat because it was epic.
Before I get to on deck, this is before the game. I'm in my locker. You're a rookie, 20 years old, but you are seen and not heard.
Okay.
And but I'm just kind of locking in, like to what I think is locking in for a game at that time.
Yep. Because you don't really know what locking in means.
Right.
But okay.
Everything's new at this point. Like it's not new baseball, but it's new. Chip comes over to me. I'm like, oh damn, what I do? Hell, I do. I was like, bro, I'm in the wrong spot where I need to be. And he's like, hey, same game, 60 feet, 6 inches, 90 feet in the base pass, same game. Play ball. Do your thing. Well, all right, man, I appreciate that, Chip. Now let's get back to on deck.
Okay.
We go down 3-0.
Yep.
In the top of the first. I'm batting 7th on this day, and by the time I'm going to hit, it's 3-3. We tie it up. 2 guys on base. Chip is one of the 2 guys that score on the play before me. I'm like, all right, same game, this and that. I see Chip. This motherfucker look at me talking about something. Hey, let's go.
Switch now.
Let's go. Deep voice, everything. I'm like, hold on, bro, what happened? Like, you just said same game, this and that. Now let's go.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, bro. He said, let's go.
So that means you got to go. If Chip said, let's go.
Gotta go.
You got to go.
Whatever he said in there don't count.
Yeah.
But I did a pretty good job of just being in the moment, slowing things down, taking some deep breaths, whatever I had to do, getting into this at bat, and just wanting to keep it simple. Like, don't try and do too much. First couple pitches, Zambrano up and in, letting it eat.
Oh, I know that was coming in hot too.
Coming in hot, and angry heaters. You know, it said 94, felt like 98.
Yeah, especially after giving up, 3 and, well, I guess he ended up giving up how many? Oh, what was
he
that?
gave up 3 at that point.
At that point, yeah.
After they took the lead.
Yeah.
But first couple of pitches, not brush back, but he was hoping like I swing in off, whatever.
And you were a rookie, so he's probably trying to take it out on you too.
Right. So next pitch 2-0. So all right, bro, like be ready. Like we hunting. Nice and easy swipe. Didn't even feel it hit the bat.
That's the best feeling in the world.
You know, like back of the bullpen, and I hit the ball. I'm like, bro, that's leaving. But I'm like, man, it went that far. You know, hit the base, touched the bases. My helmet, I remember my ear hole just vibrating, like rattling as around the base because it was so loud. And I heard the chants of "Let's go Heyward," this and that.
Yep.
But I just think everybody was just tuning in to let's see what happens here. Like, this dude's from here, whatever. Cubs, Braves, and let's just see how it goes. And first swing, homer. But as I get between first and second, the only thought in my mind was, bro, we winning. We were down 3, we up 3. That's all I cared about. And let's go.
That's probably what has and what will keep you around for a long time. And something I had to learn is your first thought was we're winning. Like just simply winning the game, like playing to win, I feel like makes you a better player. It does take practice and all that stuff, right? But playing the game not for yourself, but playing it to win, I feel like makes you feel a little bit better, even if you don't play well. And people like being around you. You know what I'm saying? People like being around you. People like, just you're you. When you play to win, you look like Jason Heyward.
Damn.
Maybe not physically.
That's coming from Mookie Betts.
Because that's he's a physical specimen under the clothes. You look great. I wish I could be long and swole like that. But it is what it is. So
hey, you work at it every day. I see that.
I be working at it, but all right, so let's go back to 16 because y'all won the World Series that year in Chicago. I think there was a rain delay, and you had a speech or a talk. And I don't know if people know about that. Can you tell us about it, or was that kind of like behind closed doors?
Oh, I can speak on it.
Yeah, let's speak on it. I want to hear about that because I don't even know about it.
I know Cubs fans know about it because they were just every little detail they hold on to, which is amazing. But that was just like right time, right place, right people. It was top 9. We're headed to bottom 9.
Okay.
Tied. And, they had just tied the game. We had been up all game. This is game 7, of course. Coming back down from 3-1 to Cleveland. Some badass dudes.
But dude, I remember, man.
They
was cold.
Like pitching,
hitting, and everything.
Yeah. 2 catchers that could call a game, everything. Just like, bro,
they swept us that year.
Damn.
Going in. So keep going.
Yeah. And so in my head, when they tied the game, LeBron going crazy on the Jumbotron.
Yeah. That was the Chapman or Rajay Davis.
That was that
yeah.
Bro, Rajay is choked up on the bat. Like, if it's the I don't even know but the bottom of the bat, I guess, like where we usually hold it. This mug was up here. Like this. Like,
he had at least 4 or 5 inches.
Bro, I'm going to hit 98. I ain't going to miss it.
And he hit it.
He hit it. But in all fairness to Chappie, Chappie threw 55 pitches in Game 5 at Wrigley.
Oh my goodness.
The only game we won at Wrigley that series. Yeah. So I think he came in the 7th.
Yeah,
he got 2 at bats.
Yeah.
Chappie got 2 at bats. I was on base watching the Roller Chapman saying in the box, we in the World Series. This man is a plate. He don't hit.
No, he don't hit at all. Okay.
Game 6, we win. We're up 5 or 6. He comes in the game again in Game 6. And then we get to a Game 7. And, okay, bro, they've seen him for 3 games, 3-4 games, 55 pitches of it. He's running on fumes at this point. Mm-hmm. But it's also Chappie's a 4-seam slider change.
At the
time. Today, he's kind of modified that, and that's how he's lasted. Mm-hmm. But, bro, he was spent. And so for Rajay to be able to connect on 98, which was not his best fastball.
No, that was 98. Hearing that at the time, that's slow.
Right.
For him, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously it was a big moment for them. But in my head when it happened, I'm just like, all right, bro, that's dope, Rajay. You hit the homer, LeBron going crazy, the fans, Cleveland, cool. We should about to win this game, though. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know what y'all talking about. We about to come right back. Mm-hmm. And so the next inning, top 9, somebody gets on base. I hit a hard grounder or whatever, but force out, I get to first base, but I steal second. They throw it away, I get to third base. Mm-hmm. 1 down. I'm over there talking about Sandlot. Hey, that's a movie, by the way, if anybody that knows baseball movie, one of the best all time.
Yeah.
One of my favorites for sure. But that's all I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, bro, any way you can get home and touch that plate and score, do it. Mm-hmm. But Hobbs up, and Javi's already gone deep this game. NLCS co-MVP for us, him and Johnny Lester. Mm-hmm. Hits a homer off Kluber, cutter, bomb, right center, I believe, right center. It's Shaw. Righty Shaw who throws cutter.
Yeah, cutter. Yeah, he's cutter slider guy.
I'm like, bro, how I finna go deep again? He works the 3-2 of that, bro. This at least sack fly. Mm-hmm. And Jonesy, third base coach at the time, who's with Detroit now, their third base coach, comes up to me, he's like, hey, Skipper wants you safety squeeze. I said it clearly, but I had to say it how he said it. He said, hey, Skipper wants a safety squeeze. Okay. He goes and talks to Hobbs. Hobbs like, hey, Jonesy, I got 2 strikes, right? He's like, yeah, I know. Skipper wants safety squeeze.
Okay.
He come tell me, I'm like, bro, what's going on here? How this gonna go? Mm-hmm. So safety squeeze, for people who don't know, you're on third base. Sometimes it happens. A lot of times it happens with a runner on first as well. There's nobody on first. Yep. It's just me on third. You get down the line, you anticipate a bunt going down, and when it's down, you have to read and decipher if it's a good play to run on or not.
Hard. It's a very hard play to. It's not really done anymore.
Right. You got to gamble, but you got to gamble right. Mm-hmm. And all that going on in my head, I can only imagine what's going on in Hobbs' head. He tries to bunt it. It's a cutter. Bunts it foul. Strike 3, you're out. And I just felt like our whole team was like, bro, what is going on? What's up? Mm-hmm. But not only our team, then you got the 30,000 Cubs fans over there that night for Game 7. And then anybody else watching. I can't imagine being somewhere else and hearing
oh, I remember watching it.
Bro, on the radio.
And I seen that. Obviously I can't say it now, but it's what are we doing? No, I can't say it on air, dog. I was going crazy. I was cussing.
Bro.
Cussing y'all out.
What we were doing? We fucking cussing.
Yeah, cussing y'all out.
In our head and openly, we're like, bro, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
This is hard. Yeah. Because we believed in each other that much, But I know that for Joe, this man wanted to win. Bad. Mm-hmm. He'd been there before. Mm-hmm. On the winning side I don't remember if it was the bench coach, but he was on the staff with the Angels when they won in 2002. Yep. Of course, with Tampa in 2008, came so close against Philly. They had a tough team. But he was willing to think outside the box and do whatever it took to get an advantage. And that's what made him, to me, the perfect guy to lead that group, to break in the first 108 years. Mm-hmm. But that was just a loop we were thrown for. Dex comes up. I'm still like, all right, Jay, we can still do this. It's 2 outs. It ain't the same as 1 out with Javier, but no, Dex You go, we go.
And Dex was balling, especially throughout the postseason.
Led the game off with a home.
Yep.
All-star.
Yep.
You know, and I'm like, yeah, Dex gonna get it done. Hits the ball hard, one hopper up the middle. This was before they cared about shifts and what side you were on. I'm like, oh, that's through there. The man Lindo come across the middle, snag that done like this, throw it over the first, they run on the field. I'm like, bro, we ain't scored. And I come back in the dugout, everybody else was just like sunk. Like, bro, dog, like what was that? Yep. We didn't score. Stuff started to snowball. Started raining. And I was like, a couple heavy cold drops. I'm like, all right, we probably gonna keep playing. Nah, they started coming down. They're like, hey, they pulling it. I was like, oh snap! I said, I gotta say something. I just gotta say something. Like Ross,
you just felt it. It just hit you.
Just hit me. I'm like, bro, I gotta say something to them. Like, we came too far, too good. Like, put too much into it. This ain't who we are right now. I don't like this feeling. And I'm like, Ross, hey, bro, just today, Ross, bro, just tell people like real quick, man. It's just me in the weight room. Like,
so the coaches were in there too.
No,
just the players.
Just the players. So when we get in there, our strength coach, Tim Buss, legend in Chicago, legend with the Cubs, legend in baseball, he was about to walk out. He's like, man, let me get the fuck out of you guys' way. Like, I was like, Bussy, get your ass in the fucking corner, bro. Like, if anybody needs to be in here, you in here. He was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But Chappie was wearing it pretty heavy, like angry tears, like, bro, I just let the team down, but also kind of felt defeated in a sense of like, bro, I was just given a really tough task. And I wanted it, but they got me that time. I was like, bro, you good. Don't even worry about it, bro. We got you. And then other people chimed in on that as well. Riz, Dex, Joe Schwarb, Zoe Schwarb. But I just like, look, like we won 103 regular season games. We've been doing our thing in the postseason, overcoming all type of adversity. We clinched in San Fran, down from 2-1 against LA. And here we are. Like, we've handled, I don't want to say bullshit, but like the unexpected bullshit.
All of it, yeah.
You know, all year long, better than anyone. That's why we're here right now. Back from 3-1. I was like, bro, like, let's go. Like, we can't control that stuff. Like, every team has that stuff they deal with all year. I was like, let's finish this thing how we started, as us. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the result's going to be. But so many times that season, it just felt like, bro, we did not care if we won the game or not. Bro, like, we would be, bro, somebody on defense, all of us, we were so in sync. Like, if somebody made an error, kind of like our team right now in 2023, but even more so then, like, bro, somebody was talking shit.
Oh, really?
Bro, somebody made an error, like, look at this, motherfucker, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? Like, you over here throwing shit away. Like,
okay.
Like, let's go. Yeah. Like, Real should be like, hey, man, Hob, hit me in the fucking chest. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Like, if Wilson threw a ball, like, too hard or radically or whatever, Real should be like, hold on, bro. Like, let's go. Like, work on that. So, I'm like, I just need to see that. I need to see those vibes. Let's finish that way. Yeah. And then, bro, the right people in the room, people started chiming in, and bro, they had it.
When you just need to start it off.
That's it. Just get the morale back to not giving a damn. And
obviously it worked. You won the ring.
Right.
What did you do after you won the ring? Did you go to Disneyland or something?
I did not deserve to go to no fucking Disneyland.
What did you do?
I went to the Gold Glove ceremony in New York.
You didn't celebrate. Y'all ain't go nowhere to celebrate. I mean, obviously with the team. I'm talking about like for you personally. Like, did y'all like, I won, or buy yourself a chain or whatever it is, Nothing?
I was gifted a private flight from the Gold Glove event from New York to Arizona, where out of the moment, spur of the moment, that's where I was spending my off season in the complex in Mesa, and I went outside and I ran some sprints. I walked in, people were like, yo, Jay, what's up? Like, the champ is here. I don't know if we start some music, what? I was like, bro, if y'all don't get the fuck out of my way, I'm going to field 4 back here, and I got some poles to run. Because that ain't it.
Yeah, okay.
Went on a vacation, after that for a couple of weeks, but then it was right back to Mesa. Bro, I had just built a home in Atlanta. End of 2015, it was completed when I got done with the season with St. Louis. And 2015 is the last off season I lived in Atlanta. The last off season I lived in that house. I immediately said, I'm going to Arizona. I got work to do. Need to get everything done at one time. Spent the next couple off seasons out there. Then it was back and forth between there and Chicago.
Okay, so and then you in Chicago, boom, 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 and then take me to this off season because I know you and Freddie, because during all this time, Freddie's around. Like you and Freddie are the original homeboys, and I've gotten really tight with Freddie, so we both understand Freddie. Obviously, you do a different way since you've known him since you were 18. Y'all played minor league ball together. 16. There you go. So minor league ball, everything together, and so now going through this offseason, I know he played a part in getting you here. So what kind of role or what did he tell you about the Dodgers that made you want to come over to quote unquote the dark side?
He didn't have to sell me much. Outside looking in as a baseball player, a competitor, I already knew what it was. Like expect to win.
Right. Yep.
And that attitude starts from the top.
Yep.
Roster construction, amount of money put into it, but also the amount of time put into bringing personnel in. Someone like myself, as an opportunity to let's get the best out of this guy. I've seen that over and over the years. A big one that stands out to me is Justin Turner when he came over from the Mets. Yep. He got to L.A. Cold dude.
Resurgence. It was like a resurgence.
I
don't even know if it was a resurgence. Probably just that's where he became Justin Turner.
Right. Mr. JT for me when he had to walk out Justin Timberlake. I was like, bro, that was dope.
That was dope. That's dope. I remember hearing it.
But all in all, I had already had kind of my own understanding. And beggars can't be choosers at this point. I'm like, bro, somebody may not call. I might be going to the house and hanging out with the fam and figuring something else out.
Okay.
But Free's small pitch was, hey, you were really like Mookie. He's a gamer. Dude loves to win. Goes about it the right way every day. Curse is awesome. This and that. Andrew and them, they put a lot of time into trying to win every single day. Doc's really great communicator.
Yep.
Kind of those things that I remember at the time. But he was like, look, man, they'll shoot you straight. I think that was probably the biggest thing was they will shoot you straight. They'll tell you everything they're thinking, and you'll always know where you stand with them. And I told Andrew that's the best they can do to you and do right by you in that way. And it's been that and more since.
And then obviously, like I said earlier, you're having a really good year. And you've had hitting coaches, many hitting coaches, I'm sure. I've had many hitting coaches. Where would you rank our guys?
The group collectively top.
Yeah, I would say that it's not even just the main two guys, because it's a whole. Like you said, it's a whole group of people, and it really Emily, who is in there with us, she's really one of the most important people I've ever met.
Guru.
Yeah, she's a guru when it comes to hitting, and it's you wouldn't know that.
Right.
And to your point, you think you only have one or two hitting coaches. No, you really got a group of them.
Right.
And so you feel like that has really helped you a lot, I'm assuming.
I believe so.
And would you say that, I'm not going to say everybody should have access to this type of things, but would you say that everybody should kind of, if you want to become better, if you want to get better, you should kind of learn about some of these things? And I know obviously access is one thing, but some of the things that you're learning, I feel like everyone should get access to, or at least try and like the driveline type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everyone has access to it, and if you want to become a better player, you need to do things like driveline on the mocap or learn about these type of things. And so I feel like the Dodgers do a really, really good job of that. And seeing it, it's like seeing you is like a live test.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've only had my own experience with it, but seeing you, it's like, man, you know, it's super cool being a Dodger. Like I'm just saying this now, like being a Dodger, and I'm blessed, you know, to have access to these type of things and these people.
No doubt.
You know, and especially you now, but you know, the hitting coaches and the Clayton, even Clayton, our outfield first base coach, like awesome.
That's why I think it's like really imperative. Is that, bro, literally everyone is on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I say that, not just for like the message, like that's already like an accomplishment in itself. Like everyone being on the same page, like, hey, your hips, this and that, or your hands, or your stick it, whatever it is, or your finish, or your start, any of that stuff. But then to have everyone be on the same page, like in the tough times, right? Like people know what you're grinding with, and for them to be there and just kind of like checks and balances, accountability.
They do all that.
Consoling, like just, bro, positioning, how you're standing, posture, whatever. Like you can intend to do all those things, but they have it down to me as the most organic way for it to be done, and it's really genuine.
It is. It is super genuine. They care about you. They're like you said, the therapists. I mean, everything. And so, like I said, I'm glad you're a Dodger. I'm glad that you're happy to be a Dodger and that you have resurged, because it's super dope, man. It's super dope. And Freddie told me, like, we got to get Jason here, man. You're gonna love him. And I was like, all right, I ain't never really, because we had never really met ever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so, I mean, we were both outfielders. When you're both outfielders, like you never cross paths,
especially American League,
National League. So you know, I had never been to Wrigley. I think I'd played, you know, one time I played against y'all, maybe once or twice, and so we had never crossed paths. And he was telling me, "You're gonna love Jason. You're gonna love Jason." Like, all right, Freddie, you know, whatever, we'll see. And turns out, you know what I'm saying, now it's like we're the three amigos. You know, Freddie calls us the Oreo.
The Oreo, yeah. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Of course, bro. So, yesterday we played, I was with JD. You like football, right?
I appreciate the off-season football. Like, you got something to watch every Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and you got some camaraderie with friends, family, whatever. Like, you get to watch the Gladiators do their thing.
And you're in our fantasy league.
I'm in there.
I'm in there as well. Me and JD are on teams, and playing fantasy, I'm not good at it. You know, I'm not good at it. I'm in the league, but I don't really watch what's going on. It's hard. It's too hard for me to keep up with.
It's very hard.
You know, I feel like on Thursday night when you got to do your lineup, I'm bowling, man. I ain't got time to be doing my fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not locked into setting the lineup or
no, I can't do that.
Who's a matchup. Who traded somebody, waiver wire, all type of stuff.
We got guys that are all in on it, you know.
Locked in.
They want to talk about trades during the game, after the game, before the game. And I get it. That's their cup of tea. Only people I know is on my teams, I got Tua and Tyreek Hill. After that, I don't know who we got. So, who's on your team?
So I'm a part of the group, the Tres Amigos.
All right, so who?
It's Brandon, who's like our president of operations.
BMAC, okay.
And Brandon, Brandon, Clubhouse.
Oh, little Brandon.
Running it.
Oh,
and then Miggy Rowe.
Okay.
So we like the assistant GMs, but I'm really like the assistant to the assistant.
All right, so you down on the totem pole.
Down on the totem pole, but seeing that dialogue between Miggy and Brandon every day, bro, when we have our little group chat, Miggy's like, Brandon, what do you mean that you don't know how it's going to go this week. What do you mean?
Miggy doesn't really know anything about football at all.
He knows, bro.
Oh, Miggy does.
Miggy knows.
He acts like he doesn't.
Bro, he act like he don't. But
Miggy said, I know nothing about football. I know nothing about football.
He's being respectful to he don't know the X's and O's. Oh, but he knows the players.
Okay.
And he knows matchups and stuff like that. So that dialogue is hilarious. But we got Jalen Hurts, our QB, Travis Kelce.
Okay.
On our bench at the moment as a backup QB because Jalen runs the ball a lot, whatever. You don't know how it's going to go. We got Birdie from San Francisco.
Berti. No, that's the he plays.
I think that's his name, Birdie though, right? The 49ers QB.
I don't know. Maybe I think that's
See where we're struggling right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
You go in the clubhouse and they be like, "Bro, you don't know who's on your bench right now." You know that's exactly how they would look at us.
Exactly
especially Barnesy. Barnesy like, bro, he would like trade him to me, trade him to me right now. But nah, I can't keep up either.
Okay, all right. So at least I don't feel bad. So okay, let's do this because I played this game with JD yesterday. We're gonna make our own fantasy team, and this is with Dodger players.
So we're picking our lineup.
Football.
We're going football.
Okay, so you follow me.
I got you.
So I played this with JD, and I'm not gonna make the same team as yesterday. I'll make a different team. But one thing I will say is for my QB, my QB1 on my fantasy team is me. It's got to be me. After that, I'll change everybody else. So who's your QB1 on our Dodgers roster?
I would say you. But you already picked you.
Okay, so you got to pick somebody else.
I'm going to go with Bobby.
Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller.
Okay. I thought you were going to go with Kirsch or somebody like that.
I would go with Kirsch, but...
You went with Bobby.
I went with Bobby because I'm just I'm thinking the deep ball.
Bobby probably got a bazooka.
Because I'm wide out one.
Okay, so before we get there, okay, who you going with your D end? I went Gratterall yesterday.
Okay,
for my D
that's
end,
real.
Right?
That's
right.
real. That's cold.
I think today, for my D end, I'm going to go with... I think I want to go with...
We don't have that many options for D end.
Not for D end. Not any big athletic dudes. I mean, Gratterall is the perfect one. D end now, I mean... Audi. I'm going to go Outman.
Damn. I was thinking that.
Who you got?
I'm just going to go Gratterall then.
You got Gratterall?
Yeah,
okay,
so
all right.
You ain't go with it? All right, cool.
So,
I'm going to go with Zuka.
Okay, so we know who wide receiver 1 is. You pick you.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Joe Kelly yesterday.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to think who I'm going to pick today. My wide receiver 1. Let's see, I think I may go with a sleeper who I feel like is really athletic in CT.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because he's fast.
Yeah.
And he's really coordinated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guys that are really fast and can't run and catch.
Right.
CT is not one of those. He can do all that.
CT a ball player.
He's a baller.
Ball player, bro.
Baller.
Juggernaut.
All right, so what about your running back?
Hold on. I got to go running back right now?
Yeah.
You picking it. I can't.
You want me to go first?
Nah, I'm saying, can I go something else before you claim it?
Yeah.
We competing.
Okay, go ahead.
Tight end, Freddie Free.
Okay.
Boom.
Tight end, Freddie Free.
Boom.
Okay, your tight end is Freddie Free. I don't know that there's a better option for that on our team.
Let's go.
But let me see. Freddie Free is your tight end. I will go with, you know what? I think I will go Muntz because he played football. Mm-hmm. And I bet he's really good at football.
Yeah.
And he's coordinated, he ain't fast, but he can catch, he can catch, move around. He likes physicality.
And he gonna truck somebody.
And he gonna run over somebody.
Yeah.
I had him as my fullback yesterday.
Okay.
But tight end today.
Gotcha.
So now running back. Who you got as your running back?
Running back. You already took Audi. That was gonna be my running back.
Yeah, but you can have him on for your running back.
I can. We can do that.
Yeah, whatever. It's fantasy.
Hold on.
It's fantasy.
Let me see if another option in first. But
so I think I picked Audi yesterday. You know who I would pick today as my running back? I think I would do. And I was gonna say Peralta, but nah.
He don't breathe when he runs.
Nah,
he does not breathe when he runs.
And he be running on his toes, man. But Peralta gonna go through the hole and get smacked. Get put on his back, boy.
Right here.
I don't know who my running back would be. Golly. You know what? No. You know what? I think I may go with like Pepio.
Pep.
Because I feel like Pep he's the perfect balance of confident to go in and do it, but I think he has the little insecurity of not pitching well or not hitting the hole or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's going to make him do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's scared to not do it, so he's going to do it. Who's your guy?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Rosario.
Rosie.
Because he's going to be one of them scat backs. Yeah, I can hit him in the flat.
Yep.
Whatever, maybe over the middle.
Yeah.
But also give him the ball and give him some space.
And Rosie's fast. Man. He's taking off. Okay, so now last one, kicker. I said somebody Spanish yesterday. It was probably a microaggression.
Why?
Because Spanish people are typically good at soccer, and I figured they could kick.
I'm trying to think who's Spanish you said?
Miggy Rowe, but I wouldn't trust him as a kicker. DP.
I wouldn't be able to take Miggy serious.
No, if I knew he had to kick, if it was Miggy, and I had 3 seconds left on the clock, and Mickey had to line up for a kick, I think he would be laughing and joking, no matter what.
Right.
No matter what. There is no lock-in with Mickey Rowe.
Nah.
But I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't pick him, DP, Gratterall, no. I don't know who I would pick for my kicker, man. Because I haven't seen anybody really kick a ball.
But I'm going to pick EP, Evan Phillips.
Because he's the closer.
He's the closer. He's been in the spot. He's going to get more chances to do it if he's the kicker during the game. My closer.
I think I'm just going to go for two. Because we don't have any kickers. We don't have any kickers. I don't have a kicker.
And you QB1, so you might
that's
option. You might keep it.
I feel like I trust myself to do it, to get us in there.
Mookie Betts.
You ever done Immaculate Grid? We don't have to do it. Don't even worry about it. I'm not good at it. And I remember I don't really want to do myself like that today. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get up there. I mean, unless you want to do it, you want to do it.
I've never done this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I tried, though. A Hall of Fame Brave. Who's a Hall of Fame Brave?
Hall of Fame.
I mean, Greg Maddux.
So that's your pick?
He's in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying that's
let's roll Greg Maddux.
So do I go with another one now?
Or we could do we just fill out the whole thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So Cleveland is Jim Thome?
Jim Thome. Hall of Fame.
Let's go with Jim Thome. Kansas City Hall of Fame. George Brett, I mean.
George Brett.
I think George Brett, right? Atlanta All-Star. I mean,
Atlanta All-Star.
Hank
Aaron.
There you go.
I got to have his name in there.
All right. A Cleveland All-Star. I mean, there's a million of them.
Let's go Kenny Lofton.
Okay.
I don't know if he was an All-Star.
I don't know. About to find out, though. It ain't going to be my fault.
That's fine.
Got him. All right. Kansas City All-Star.
We're going Bo Jackson.
Mm-hmm. You're crushing it, bro. Hello. All right, so now you got 3 more. A Brave that's won 20 games. I mean, there's a million of them.
Tom Glavine.
There you go. Tom Glavine. All right, a Guardian, Cleveland, that has won 20 games. Now I don't know this.
CC Sabathia.
Oh, C did? Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Cool.
I had to. Come on.
You would
Come on. CC too cold.
No, he never won 20 games.
Dang.
Okay. All right. Okay. What about the last one?
We gotta pick another one, or we go?
No, we only got one more guess.
Okay.
Left. So, or you could do the Cleveland 20 win or Kansas City 20 win. Which one you want to do?
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
20 wins.
Yeah.
Cleveland. I don't even know all the pitchers with Cleveland. I don't know.
There's
Cleveland.
2 I could guess. Dang.
Okay, give me the options.
It's either Kluber or Bartolo.
I think I want to go. Yeah, Kluber was, man, when he was with Cleveland, boy, golly.
Did you get a Cy Young with him?
I think.
I'm saying Kluber.
Let's do Kluber then. Let's try Kluber.
Come on, get in there.
Did we get it? Yep.
Let's go.
What was the last one on the bottom right? Because I don't know. Before we. Yeah, let's see who's on the bottom right. I want to see who that.
5 chances?
I don't know. I ain't never. Who is that? I don't know.
Brett Saberhagen?
I don't know who that is.
I remember the name.
You remember that name?
I remember the name.
Oh. Sorry, Brett. I don't mean disrespect you.
Nah, no doubt.
All right, so you know what? We got a couple fan questions. You want to answer a couple fan questions? Let's do it. All right, let's do it. How did you choose the wine when you gifted the Dodgers? I know earlier you gave us a bottle of wine. So how did you go about choosing the wine?
I just chose something that positive vibes, and it made me feel like cozy in a happy space. When I think about Camus, I think about like off season, with my in-laws, with V's family. Mm-hmm. We have like some charcuterie type meat, fruit, whatever. That's just to like enjoy kicking it, hanging out, set the mood, and get ready to carve out some space for the real food, for the real meal.
Charcuterie.
Hey, it's European.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, which city do you love more, St. Louis or Chicago?
St. Louis or Chicago?
Or Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
I'm a resident.
I know for you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I mean, it was a fan question.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you love Chicago. I learned it this year when we went, and just seeing when we went to your spot, seeing you talk about just the city in general, the food, the places to go, being out on the water. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could have answered that one, Chicago for sure. All right, last one. And this is an easy answer. Who's the most locked into the fantasy league?
The most locked in?
I think there's only one man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's before the game, after the game, during the game. I mean,
I could text him right now and ask him something about fantasy, and he would get back to me right away.
I think he would. If you asked him what you were doing, he wouldn't text back. But if you asked him about fantasy,
right away,
immediately.
Yeah.
Austin Barnes.
Without a doubt.
So, OG, thanks for coming on the show, man. You know, it's really good. You know, this season has been really good to get to know you. Because it's been, you know, we had, like I said, we missed each other. And you came up a little bit before me, but there's been a lot of years that we crossed paths, but never crossed paths, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's really, really good to really meet you. Freddie was right. You know,
he's always right.
He's always right.
He is never wrong.
No.
If he said, he's right.
He's right. he's gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? But that's Freddie though. But yeah, man, it's been awesome. I think you know you're going to be a super, super important piece for us, not even just baseball-wise or on the field, but like off the field for us, especially going down this stretch. Because, me and Freddie, we get lost in playing every day, you know what I'm saying? And so we need someone to kind of keep us in check and keep us, what word am I looking for? Hold us accountable. You know what I'm saying? Keep us accountable. And you do that, man. You do that. You, Miggy Rowe, y'all really, you especially, though, you really, really do that. And so I thank you for that, man, because it's really helped me this year. And you've taught me how to be a better leader. I don't have to do it right now because you're here, so I just let you do your thing. But you really have taught me a lot just by being around, man. And you can always learn from someone, and especially when you're open-minded. You taught me to be open-minded and just to think differently about things. And given me a lot of perspectives. And it's just been you've been nothing but positive for me and the Dodgers, bro. So I want you to know that, and I'm sure everybody's already told you that. And you already know that now, you know you that dude. So
I appreciate y'all, man.
But yeah, man, thanks for coming on, and we'll get back on it. We got 2 more, bro, to finish strong, and we'll get this week. Oh, I'm so happy for the next week, man. But that's besides the point. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This your boy Jay Hay, and we'll see you guys later on.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you, bro. Love.